Hello everyone, and thanks for taking a few minutes to watch our latest update. We have a lot of fun putting together these free video tutorials, and we've received a lot of great feedback from them, and that helps us to keep going and putting together more of them for all of you. One thing that we want to do is to stay current. Every year there are rule changes in different sports. As top-notch public address announcers, we need to stay on top of these because some will directly affect how we do our job. This update will cover football, both for high school and at the college level. So let's take a look and see what's new for us. At the high school level, there are no rule changes for 2026, but there are points of emphasis that have been in place for a few years that we need to still be aware of. One involves aiding the runner. Now, you may have probably noticed this watching an NFL game where they push the pile to help advance the runner. For high school, according to the NFHS, a local section rules interpreter told me that if it looks like a rugby scrum where they're pushing the pile, they'll probably let that go. But if they directly push an individual runner, that can be called. When you see a flag thrown on this type of play, look for the official signal where they have both hands open at their sides and they move their arms up and down. Your announcement for this would be aiding the runner, called on the Lakers, 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. The other point of emphasis involves a sideline and a player or a coach in that sideline box, the space between the actual sideline and the team benches. If a player or coach makes contact with an official in that area, you'll see a flag thrown. The call is unsportsmanlike conduct. So if we see this contact or see the official go down because of this and throw the flag, we could assume that that's the call and announce unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lakers for a coach's contact with an official in the box, 15-yard penalty. But between you and me, we all know what happens when we assume. We make an ass out of you and me. So my advice is be absolutely sure. Have a line of communication with the field level administrator. Ask them if this indeed is what the call is. Then go ahead and make the announcement explaining the call. You never go wrong by saying unsportsmanlike conduct. Less is always more. But if you can get that confirmation from the field, it would be to everyone's best interest to explain a call like this, because let's face it, this isn't something called all the time, and people may not understand what's going on. Now let's move on to the college game. For 2026, there's an experimental rule in the NCAA involving targeting. A player will now be disqualified for their first targeting offense. For a second offense in the same season, the player is disqualified for that game and for the first half of their next game. For a third offense in the same season, the player is disqualified for that game and the next full game on their schedule. So it falls on us to find the team's sports information director, that SID, to find out who on that team or the visiting team has had prior targeting calls in that season. So you're ready if you need to make that announcement. Something like this. Targeting called on Jones of the Red Hawks. He is now disqualified for the remainder of today's game. Or, targeting called on Jones of the Red Hawk. This is his second targeting offense of the season. He is now disqualified for the remainder of this game and for the first half of the Red Hawks' next game. Or, targeting called on Jones of the Red Hawks. This is his third targeting offense of the season. He is now disqualified for this game and for the Red Hawks' next game. Now this all falls under if the field official is not mic'd. If they are mic'd, they will make those announcements. But if they're not, be prepared to step in and be correct and accurate with your announcement. Now there are a couple more rule changes that we need to be aware of. One involves offensive pass interference. It's now a 10-yard penalty, not 15. Be sure to use this if you make that announcement. Defensive pass interference is still the same yardage. The new rule only applies to offensive pass interference. The next one involves coaches' challenges. A head coach can initiate a challenge by using a team timeout, and that head coach has 2 challenges per game. If the head coach wins one of those challenges, he is awarded a 3rd challenge. A head coach can only initiate a challenge if they have a timeout available, and if they lose a challenge, they lose a timeout. Now the last one involves something called a fair catch kick. When catching a kick with a fair catch, a team can now choose to take a fair catch kick from the spot of the fair catch, basically a field goal attempt from that spot. Teams would most likely use this new rule at the end of a half or the game. If this happens with zeros on the clock when the fair catch is made, they can still attempt a fair catch kick. It's classified as an untimed down. Again, this one is not something that you may ever see, but if you do, wouldn't it be great if you knew about this and could announce it to the crowd as to what just happened? Hunter with a fair catch for the Raiders at the Hoyas' 40-yard line. The Raiders will now attempt a fair catch kick from the spot of the catch. Luke Vogler on to attempt a 40-yard field goal from the hold of Jake Sterney. I hope this is helpful for all of our football PA folks out there. Thanks for taking the time to become a better PA announcer by watching this quick rules update. I hope it helps you better enjoy calling games this season and beyond. So until next time, I'm Tom Winicki, and I can't wait to see you on the mic.